Now, Chandrayaan-2 lander and orbiter separation has been successful. This has been achieved, and this is so simply amazing. The Indian Space Research Organization had told us that this will happen between 12:45 and 1:45, and it's happened at 1:16. I want to quickly cut across to my colleague Nolan Pinto, who's standing by at the Indian Space Research Organization. Nolan, take it away. The Vikram lander has successfully separated from Chandrayaan-2 orbiter at 13:15 hours. Bring us details.
Well, in fact, Gaurav, this was a very tricky work what they had to do, because they had to feed in all the details, and then the Chandrayaan-2, basically the module plus the orbiter, had to go about this work autonomously. And we must remember, they are fixed by the whatever it's fixed, how it's fixed. Very similar to how a pilot ejects from an aircraft in case of an emergency. So if those explosions, those small explosions, did not go about properly, this would have not happened. But thankfully, everything has gone on successfully. As of now, the orbiter is also orbiter and the module are now separate. The orbiter and the module are both going about in its normal rotating across around the moon. What we're told is that there will be two more maneuvers that will take place for the module. That is, tomorrow in the afternoon there will be one maneuver, and then thereafter there will be another maneuver. So two more maneuvers to get it as close as possible in its downward trajectory towards the moon. And in the early hours of September 7th, that is what we all have to wait with bated breath now for.
So 1:55 a.m. 1:55 a.m. on the 7th of September. But before that, two more maneuvers, because 1:55 a.m. on the 7th of September is where the lander reaches the moon, the lunar surface, and then the rover, the Chandryaan rover, comes out. But that is something we'll be reporting that time. Just now, this is very, very crucial. This stage, Nolan, this stage is extremely crucial when the orbiter separates from the lander. We've been speaking to scientists at the Indian Space Research Organization and those who are very interested in this, and they've been telling us that this is a very, very crucial phase. There are two more crucial phases before that landing actually takes place on the moon's surface, and before Chandryaan, the rover, rolls down. It's on track. It will then roll down. Once Vikram lander successfully lands on moon's south pole, or close to moon's south pole. Vikram lander has successfully separated from Chandrayaan-2 orbiter. That has just happened about 20 minutes ago, 13:15 hours on the 2nd of September 2019. That was successfully achieved. And I once again want to take you back to the Pathankot Air Base, because this is where we saw history being made once again, and a very emotional history.